So hello everybody. This is the first in the series of short recordings presenting or explaining the reasoning and how Slovenia X and its airports came to be. As you can see, we are sitting at the small airport in the western part of Slovenia. It's called Ajdovscina Airport. And today's plan is to show you a bit around of how the airport looks like, what the sounds are, what the feel is, and then we are heading then north from this almost coastal region. It has a very mild climate, and then we are going north towards the mountains. As you can see, this is the factory of pipistrel ultralight aircraft. There in the background you see sinuses and viruses which they produce and sell quite successfully. And this is actually a grass strip, basically two grass strips, one shortened and one longer. One is official, the other is not. You will not find it in the charts, but is used as runway. And it's a typical general aviation airport that you can find in Slovenia. I believe there are like 8 of them, and this is one of them that I have modeled. It's late in the afternoon, it's almost evening, so we will jump into, first we'll fill out our reservoirs, put some passenger in. I'm flying the Piper Comanche today. It's the airplane that I'm quite familiar with. I've flown it much. A2A did an incredible job with it. It feels like my plane, the same as Bonanza, which is a bit more feisty. And my recent addition is a Texan, but I haven't flown it yet properly, so we'll need some time to get to know each other. Here you can see it's like the beginning of spring, but we already had some grass to cut down and some hay balls that are there, hay rolls that are there in the meadows. Now we'll jump in. Okay, let's bring the checklist. As you can see, the guy there is on the phone. And there are some planes. And yeah, let's start it up. Pre-flight, let's suppose, is complete. Passengers are briefed. And then seatbelt, shoulder harness is on. Flaps are up. Radials are off. Circuit breakers are all in. All electrical switches are off. Autopilot's off. Rotating beacon is on. Carb heat is off. Fuel selectors, we'll put both fuel tanks on. And gear switch is down. Check. Next one. Throttle will be correct. Mixture is rich. Prop is full. Master switch goes on. Landing lights are green. Let's put some pump on. And check. Fuel pressure is coming into the green area, and turn the pump off. Engine, let's prime it. It's warm enough. It's 18 degrees still, so warm day. We're flying at the historic weather of 1st of May, which was a very sunny day. Today it's cloudy and rainy and wouldn't be appropriate for VFR flight. So we have primed it, and now we'll turn the magneto switch on. Clear prop. And it's turned live. Always a very good plane. So let's check our RPMs are in 1000, and let's lean it a bit. Oil pressure is good, in the green, and alternator is charging. Instead we can turn the avionics on, turn radios on, constantly monitoring our frames per second. The recording will take its toll for sure. So this is all set. Can listen to the radio, to the weather.
Lima, India, Victor, Tango, airport information 1755 Zulu, weather, wind, calm, visibility 10, sky clear.
Yeah, we've put that in for the altimeter. We'll turn the transponder on. So let's look around. So on the left we have hangars. We'll start moving. We'll close the window. And then we'll look around. I'll put headphones in, so not to be too. So let's brake. And let's check this out. So we have some hangars, guys repairing stuff, a parking place there near the road, so there is where you come to the airport. And here you have lots of sailplanes, gliders, some smaller planes, and then of course behind us is the factory. So this is how it looks like, the factory there, and some steep hills behind us to the right. So this is the Nanos mountain range, and we'll head here over to the runway, grassy strip. So there's the church, the graveyard, football stadium, football field actually, and yeah, here hills to the left we have a windsock showing it's actually functioning. There's no wind, so it's like not showing much. We'll go here, right. The same situation, there's the factory, and you see some hills there and the city in the vicinity. So the airfield lies in the vicinity of the city, just on the outskirts. It's like actually almost touching the city. It's a small city. We'll turn around. Of course there is no central line, so that's it. Let's do this, and we'll not be doing pre-flight. We'll not be doing the run-up. We have this is on. We'll turn the pump on, and mixture full. Trim is in the neutral, prop full, mixture full, and throttle full. Our cylinder head is still a bit cold, but so let's give it full power. 40 knots, 60 knots, 70 knots, and rotate. We are in the air. It's a bit sluggish over the trees and going up. The castle there, it's actually a fort. It's not a proper castle, but nevertheless it's there. You can see it, small village there also with a church. And so actually all the buildings here and in Slovenia in general are through to, let's put the gear up, are positioned as they should be, so properly. We'll do some trimming. They are still and our frames are now better. And let's go towards the sun. Yeah, we can safely turn the pump off, and we are off to Nova Gorica. So, and then at Nova Gorica, which is a bit a bigger town, we'll turn right along the Soca Valley. Soca, one of the most recognizable rivers in Slovenia, not because of its size but because of its beauty. Let's be low and slow. We'll level up here. You can see Nova Gorica in the distance. It's quite a prominent town. Stream the aircraft. 3000. So what do we see? Here to the left is the karst region, and a quite unique landscape. Here to the right, the Nanos Massif. We can reduce the power. I'm used to Bonanza and it's quite fast. And this one is not that fast. So let's see here down. It's like one of the lakes. I think it's artificial. You can see the Nova Gorica in the distance. To the left is Gorica, or Gorizia in Italian. It's a bordering town, so there is the border with Italy. Also has a small airport. It's much smaller. I expect our frames to drop in Nova Gorica and enjoy some outside views. A gas station down below us. There is a highway going to Gorica. Let's go into the plane. Oh, we've turned too soon, so we need to go left. and you are beginning to see the Soca Valley down there. We'll stay at 3000 and we'll be just above the valley there. There's the bridge, Soca Bridge there, famous bridge for railways. So yeah, you can see it down there. Huge span for that time. They're a bit fast. We have the bridge there. Here to the right is a famous pilgrimage church, Sveta Gora, Holy Mountain, with a monastery. Now we are deep in the Soca Valley, and the valley will take us towards Bovec, where we'll find our where Bovec Airport lies. Okay, here over the ridge. In the background you already see the Julian Alps. Nothing very recognizable at the moment. It's quite a tight valley that will end in Kobarid, where we will then head up to the east again along another valley. Soca has quite a few power plants, so you can see one down below. We've passed by some of them already. They're a little bit less obtrusive, not so. And on the right there is Triglav National Park, which is a protected area, and again, as mentioned before, you cannot enter at will, but you have specific entrance points where you can fly into the zone and where you can then fly out on the other side. So it's in a way restricted, but it's also quite mountainous region, so it's there for reasons. So these restrictions, both natural and safety reasons. So yeah, now we are near Kobarid. So this is the I've been mistaken. No, this is not Kobarid, not yet. So we are still going deeper into the mountains. So everything you see here, all the buildings are positioned correctly, so you could almost pinpoint your house if you knew where it is. So all the churches are there. The intention of behind the scenery was that you can actually fly VFR and find recognizable things. So not perhaps specific buildings, some of them are generic in nature, but the layout of the roads, the layout of the gas stations, or these orienting marks, like football fields, churches and so on, is correct. So you should be able to navigate by them. So we are over Kobarid now. No, not yet. Again, I've made a mistake. We are still going deeper into the valley. Probably Soca. Some nice, very nice light. Nice frames as well. So we are deep in the valley. It's a spring here. Just the first days of May were very warm. Now it's a little bit colder and wetter, so we are reliving those days. Quite nice. And we are still going deeper into the valley. So here is the Kobarid that I advertise a lot sooner. So it's again a point of it's an important location. You see a strategic one, so several valleys coming and joining, and the town ensues. It's a typical settlement pattern. It's very picturesque when you go there. Mountains very close by. And then if you go left, you come to Italy over some pass. To the right, we'll go deeper into the Julian Alps and into more steeper region. So let's see. I have to check my map. Kobarid. So here right we go. It's a nice little town. Famous church as well. And it has it played an important role in the First World War, so you will not recognize it by the name of Kobarid, but it's very infamous, but Italian name is Caporetto. So the front was here, some battles going on in these hills, and Caporetto rings a very dramatic bell for some that know the history, especially war history. very mountainous region. We'll turn right here. And we'll come into the view of our airfield. Here it is. We'll do a left traffic pattern, we'll lose some altitude. We'll reduce speed. It's a tight corner, so I'll go here towards the right. It's less, we can see it in the afternoon sun. Let's put our gear down. Let's put our flaps. Close towards the mountains. Let's see whether we manage to do a proper base. We will. Put a second notch of flaps, reduce our descent rate. Our speed further, and yeah, lining up. Another notch of flaps. Let's make it full flaps. We're that fast, but alright. Over the trees, and we are landing. It's also an ugly landing. To stop thanks to the aircraft, not the pilot. Does not know how to fly this thing. to Bovec.